Joe Rogan Podcast. Check it out.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan Podcast by night, all day.
Thanks for having me back.
My pleasure,
Bye.
always.
Yeah.
So much crazy shit going on in the world. And even before we scheduled this, more crazy stuff has happened. The war broke out, all kinds of things.
Yeah. How are you feeling about the President Trump?
That's a open-ended question.
Do you text with him and talk to him?
Occasionally. Yeah, occasionally he'll send me a text. I get these Truth Social posts of things that he's saying, but this whole fucking Iran thing, man. Did you see this coming?
No, definitely. I don't know. I mean, who did? I mean, when did he even decide? You know, their national security strategy they put out in November basically just said we've degraded their capacity. It's a win. There was no sense in which there would be additional action. I think it ushers in a new paradigm. The older post-war era is just over. Mark Carney, the Prime Minister of Canada, articulated that at the World Economic Forum, probably better than the Trump administration did, saying very clearly that older rules-based order is gone. You saw AOC try to sort of articulate it, but she sort of fell apart at the Munich Security Conference in February. So this is an administration that is, and I don't even think they're thinking. I wrote a piece and I decided not to publish it because I was sort of like, decapitation doesn't really work for regime change. But it's not clear that they're really out for regime change, or they're just asserting power, shaking up things. I mean, some of it's art of the deal, changing the person that we're negotiating with. That's Venezuela and Iran. Is it really going to change those regimes? I don't think most people don't think so, but I'm not sure that that's what they're going for. They're just going for an assertion of American power in service of American interests. And then what happens in Iran, what happens in Venezuela, I don't think they care that much about. At least they're not behaving as though they do.
Neither thing made any sense to me. The Venezuela thing, look, they wanted him out forever. And he definitely stole the election to get in there in the first place, and he was a dictator. But at least that one was at least clean. They go in, kidnap him, get him out. This one's nuts. And what's happening in Tel Aviv, it's hard to know what's real and what's not, because there's a lot of fake video going around and a lot of weird posts on X. So it's, when I do peek in, it's hard to know, and you have to listen to Grok, and then Grok's dismantling a lot of the fake videos.
Mm-hmm. What are the fake videos that you're thinking
This is
of in Tel Aviv?
fake videos of, an insane amount of bombs dropping down on the city, but it seems like there's a massive amount of destruction in Tel Aviv.
Yeah, I haven't checked in lately, but I'm assuming. Was that just today or?
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the president is. There's been some, Rubio said something about how, we had to act because we knew that Israel was going to act anyway. And I think people interpreted it, and then Netanyahu was in the White House a lot. He's making these decisions. There's nobody behind him. There's nobody pulling for all of that. The Russians or whoever, or the Israelis. It's just he's clearly. Elon gave him $250 million, and he still he didn't give him even the electric car credit. Trump is in charge, I think that's one of the big lessons from this. And I think that means that there's not a lot of second order thinking here. What's the move after that? He doesn't know. He's just acting. That's what's so wild about it, is that this older foreign policy establishment, which, was let the experts decide what the right foreign policy, all these think tanks, and that's just gone now. It's just irrelevant in this presidency. And I don't think it'll come back. If you get a Gavin Newsom or a President AOC,
President who?
I don't think. Yeah,
for real?
I think she for a minute before Munich, but I don't think it's going to come back. And I think that's what the Prime Minister of Canada realized. I think that's what the Europeans are starting to realize, is that this is a completely different world that we live in than the one we lived in just a couple of years ago.
Which just doesn't make any sense to me unless we're acting on someone else's interests, particularly Israel's interests. Just didn't make any sense to me. If they had supposedly dismantled their chances of making a nuclear bomb. Whether or not that's true, it's so hard to know. He
was unsatisfied, and just he was I'm not getting anywhere in these negotiations, and I'm going to replace the person I'm negotiating with. It's just, turn over the table, change things up.